students, welcome to the English class. Today we are going to discuss the second poem in the group, that is Poems by Blake. Okay, and the name of the second poem is The Human Abstract. It is also written by William Blake, and basically this poem is a close analysis of, critical analysis we can say, that of the first poem. What was the name of the first poem? That is The Divine Image. It was also written by William Blake. So here William Blake wants to say that in the first poem, in The Divine Image, William Blake has talked about four virtues. What were they? Love, pity, mercy and peace. Okay, so he has talked about all these four virtues. So here in this poem, The Human Abstract, so the poet wants to tell us that all these virtues cannot exist without some of the certain things, so which are being required in the society, then in the human beings, then only these all virtues can exist in this world. So what are they? First of all, let us talk about pity. So pity cannot be possible without the poverty. So if poverty cannot be removed, then there will be no if the poverty will be removed from the society, then pity won't be required. Okay, then let us talk about the second thing, that is mercy. So why this mercy exists? Due to the happiness. If everyone will be happy, then there will be no need to be merciful. Okay, because we show mercy towards the sad or the diseased person. Okay, so let us talk about the third virtue, that is the peace. So this peace cannot be there if fear won't be there. Okay, so we should remove fear from the human society, then peace will ultimately be there. Now let us talk about the fourth virtue, that is love. So if hatred won't be there, then love will be there. Okay, so these are the analysis, and here William Blake wants that poverty must be removed, happiness must be there in the society, fear should be removed from each and every heart, and hatred should also be removed. Then only all these four virtues will be there in the behavior, in the nature of human beings. So let us read the poem one by one, paragraph wise, and understand it. Students, as you know, today we are going to discuss the poem Human Abstract, and it is written by William Blake. So let us start with the poem. Let us see its summary. So here the poet William Blake establishes that the qualities of mercy, pity, love and peace are related to the material world. Means it exists only with the human beings and not to the God. The hostile situations of the world gives birth to these qualities of others, make us have pity and show mercy to these less unfortunate people. Fear makes us spread peace, and selfish love of others teaches us the lesson of true love. Okay, means here the poet wants to say that out of fear only we show love towards others. Otherwise, from our heart we just hate everybody. And in the same manner, William Blake has criticizes the priests, those who pretend to be the son of God, they just give the messages of the God. So let us see the poem stanza wise, so to make it more clear. So the first stanza is, pity would be no more if we did not make somebody poor, and mercy no more could be if all were as happy as we. And mutual fear brings peace till the selfish loves increase. Then cruelty knits a snare and spreads his baits with care. So here the poet wants to explain us that if we want to be richer than any other person, then no poor people will be there in the society. Means the equality, class equality must be there, and everyone will, if everyone will be happy, then there will be no need to show pity towards anybody or mercy towards anybody. And here, but William Blake wants to tell us that we just show pity and mercy just for about the mutual fears. Otherwise, we never love anyone, we don't care about anyone, we just show the selfish love towards others. And that selfish love gradually, slowly knits the web or that tries to catch the enemy. And that cruelty just spreads the baits. Baits means the things which attracts other people to catch them. And very tenderly, very caring manner, we show to trap others. Okay, now let us move towards the second paragraph of the poem. Now let us move towards the second stanza of the poem. He sits down with holy fears and waters the ground with tears. The humility takes its roots underneath his feet. So the person who just show false love towards the neighbors, toward their loved ones, so he just show the fear, he just feel the fear, then only he pretend to love others, he pretend to care others, he just sit on the ground and cry for the person who get hurt because of him. But we all know that intentionally he has hurt others. And this type of humility means the peacefulness, that care, that tenderness is not at all appropriate for the human nature. Now, let us see the third stanza. Soon unspread the dismal shade of mystery over his head, and the caterpillar and fly feed on the mystery. As we all get surprised that when the butterfly remains in the egg, means when it is in the caterpillar, when it becomes a fly, and that time what does he eat? So in the same manner, those people who pretend to be God's son, God's messengers, they all remain in the shade of God's name, and they just play tricks with others in that name. Let us see the fourth stanza of the poem. And it bears the fruit of deceit, ruddy and sweet to eat, and the raven his nest has made in its thickest shade. So here the poet wants to say that those who just try to cheat others, those who get fruits out of cheating, that can be fruitful, that can be tasty to eat, but it ultimately creates unhappiness in the life of other human beings, and they are the priests. Okay, and therefore here the poet is blaming those priests that for their own sake of benefit they just discriminate the poor people with the help of by collaborating with the rich people. Now let's see the last passage, which is the gist of this poem, that is, the gods of the earth and sea sought through nature to find this tree, but their search was all in vain. There grows one in the human brain. So here the poet wants to say that those people who are good enough, means here the poet has called them the gods on the earth and sea. Okay, means good people. They try to search such kind of hypocritic people, but their search remains in waste. Their search goes in waste. It's all in vain, because all these people, those who are hypocrites, those who are false people, those who pretend to be good, those who are dishonest people, they all look like other human beings, because their brain is corrupt, They all are having those ill feelings in their brain that can't be diagnosed. Students, I hope you all have understood the importance of all four virtues that all the human beings must follow. That is pity, peace, mercy and love. And what are the basic things that is required in the society, that also we have learned. Okay, so read the poem once more from the book so that you can understand the meaning of the poem in a better manner. Thank you.